Thank you very much, everyone, and good morning for joining us this morning. Joe, closer to the microphone. I'm sure people in the room can hear me, so hopefully people online can hear me. So a very good morning to you all. If it's all right with you, I'm going to read through my notes because I've only got 10 minutes and we're already 2 minutes late. And Dominic this morning kindly decided to edit my talk, so I haven't had a chance to see what is left for me to read out. Hopefully everyone said I went on too long last year, so I'm trying to be. You don't get many joy as a chair, and one of the joy is you can grab the microphone for as long as you want, but evidently that's gone now these days. Anyway, before I introduce the day, I wish to run through some very quick housekeeping and ask. There are 4 fire exits. So please be notified that there are no planned fire alarms during the day. If the alarm does go, please take it as an emergency. Calmly make your way to the nearest fire exit and vacate the building. The fire assembly point is situated over the tarmac area to the front of the pavilion, the way you came in. Please ensure all the doors are closed, on your way out. Toilets are situated on the basement level, which can be accessed through the front lobby and down the stairs. If anybody doesn't know, there are lots of people with badges saying, I'm here to help. So please ask them to show you. There's also a lift. So if anybody needs to use the lift to access the toilets, please be aware that the lift is just over there. Please hold on to your cups. Hopefully it's got your name on the back because you will need it during the day. We're trying to save the planet and make sure that we don't end up with too many disposable cups. If it's all right with everybody, we're going to hide the password for the Wi-Fi till lunchtime. It's only to help people online to be able to get a better connection. But I promise you that we will share the password lunchtime. Again, if I can ask you to either turn off your phone or put it on silence, I'll be ever so grateful. What else? For those of you online, please put your question for speakers in the chat. We'll do our best to answer as many questions as possible at the end of each presentation. And if there are any questions left, I promise you that we have a question and answer panel at the end, just before lunch, which will then endeavor to answer any unanswered questions. We try to keep to the timings as best as we can in order to give you all enough time to network and also to make the most of all these fantastic work that our exhibitors have put together for you. They worked really hard. They've come from a long way away. So please spend some time during coffee break and lunchtime to visit them. As well as stands in the foyer, we have a stand downstairs, and we also have the Be Flood Ready pod, which has been well kitted and is to very high standard. And Claire would be glad to show you around. So please, that's just outside the main entrance. And just so you know, Amy Pierce to my left from the Environment Agency is going to be our timekeeper today. Those of you who know Amy know that she won't be very happy if you don't stick to your time. And in fact, she's got 2 bells just in case one fails. Right. I don't know how I'm doing for time, but I'm going as fast as I can. I wish to thank you all very much, our trustees, members, advisors, organizations that we work with, and most importantly, from the bottom of my heart, all our communities that we've been working with for their immeasurable help and great support in moving our charity Cornwall Community Flood Forum forward. We couldn't have done it without you. The next thing I've got to briefly cover is the work that Dion Jones has put together on what the weather has had for us in the last 12 months. And it's really a good report. Unfortunately, I haven't got time to read all of it. So I'm just going to give you a few quick bullet points. If you do need the full report, it will be on our website. It will be on our annual report. So please, and also Amy and Emma will be glad to send you a copy. October 23, the data goes, the report goes from October 2023 to September 24. And this, during these 12 months, been notable for being Devon and Cornwall wettest water year on record. We certainly know that from the summer we had. We are now seeing more and more impacts of climate change. 2023 was the world hottest year on record and the UK's second hottest year on record. The UK was impacted by 12 named storms, many of which impacted us in Cornwall. During this time, Cornwall Council received 339 reports of internal property flooding. An additional 977 properties were affected by flooding, either access cut off, garden, land, or garages flooded. If you do have experienced flooding, God forbid, please report it to Environment Agency and Cornwall Council. Right, next one. With the challenges that our weather is throwing at us and the impact we're having on our climate, we owe it to the next generation, especially our younger generation, to help them to be more aware of their impact on our environment. We've therefore decided this year for the third time to invite pupils from local primary and secondary school to join us. They will be joining us for the afternoon workshops. This year we have invited Year 6 pupils from St. Izzy Church of England Primary School and Year 7 pupils from St. James Smith Secondary School to join us in the afternoon to learn about nature-based solution for flood mitigation and flood modelling. They'll be run by University of Exeter and the Environment Agency. The further 3 years of funding from the South West Regional Flood and Coastal Committee and the Environment Agency, which we were fortunate enough to secure this year, will continue to support the work we are doing in Cornwall Community Flood Forum in meeting our commitment to communities in Cornwall. As always, this funding is much appreciated and will take us through to spring of 2027. If you're representing your communities today, please, we've been trying very hard to get a couple of voices on our Southwest RFCC or Regional Flood and Coastal Committee representing the community. So now is your chance. They've got 2 vacancies to fill for independent members. The advert will go up on or go live this Monday, 11th of November, and it's there on the website till 15th of December. So you've got plenty of time to give it your consideration, please. It would help. Oh dear. Oh dear. So please apply for it. As you know, we successfully bid for a project called Building Community Resilience on a Dynamic Coast by Making Space for Sand. And again, as you're aware, that was just over a year ago, and we were given the go-ahead, and we've been doing some of the community engagement in Cornwall. And the 5 communities this year we've been fortunate enough to work with, and we've got good representatives from them here, are Morgan Porth, Polzeath, Widmouth, Porthtown, and Praysand. The project is funded by DEFRA, is led by Cornwall Council, and Jolyon Sharp is the program lead, and Joe Smith, is the project coordinator. They are in the audience. I'm sure if they put their hands, you see where they are, and they'll be more than happy to answer any questions you've got during tea break. I'll be very quick. I'm sorry. We are delighted to announce we have 2 new trustees, Zach Griffiths and Dr. Jenny Watts. I believe Jenny is in the audience. Zach is probably online. Please put your hand. A very warm welcome to both of you. I'm on my last page, please. I'm on my last page, I promise you. On the 2nd of September, we welcome Emma Newbury to the Cornwall Community Flood Forum team as another engagement officer. She's working alongside Amy Richardson, and they're both working on both projects, the flood as well as making space for SAM project. Emma, could I ask you to put your hands up for those in the room to see you? Our forum has been blessed by having Amy and Emma working for us with their enthusiasm, commitment, and hard work. And the trustees and I are indebted to them for their help and support. They've both been up till 1 this morning and again up 4 o'clock, so they haven't had much sleep. Thank you both. Amy, Emma, I, and the CCFF trustees have actively been working throughout the year with a number of town and parish councils on their flood plan, including St Ives, Wick, Stydian, Bude, St Mawes, and Penryn. Truro, Chasewater, Pernambuco, and Hale have all received flood warden training this year, and Loswithiel trained up their new volunteer flood wardens and completed a live flood exercise. We've been also helping some of our Making Space for SAM communities, Morgan Porth, Widmouth, and Polzeath, to start writing their flood plan. This morning, Emma Newbury, Dr. Loveday Jenkins, Dominic Fairman, James Biscoe, Mark Allett, Dr. Debbie Whittle, and Jude Brickhill are your point of contact for those of you in the room. And Amy Richardson is your point of contact for those of you who have joined us online. For those of you online, please continue to put your comments, questions, and Amy will be regularly monitoring the chat box. Just a gentle reminder, finally, to complete your feedback form at the end of the day and return it to Amy, Emma, or myself before leaving. Please don't do it now and wait till we've finished, because I'm sure you'll have a lot to say and advise us. For those online, Amy will be sending you online feedback form survey. Please again take time and complete it as soon as you can. We take your feedback extremely serious, and I can't say that enough, because you in the audience and you, our community, decide how the conference, next year's conference, should be run, what topics we should be covering, which speakers we should be inviting, what sort of things you want to see. So please have your say. Now I'm going to keep quiet and let our keynote speaker, which I'm delighted that we've got the honor and privilege of having Mary Longdonner joining us, otherwise known as Flood Mary. Mary has extensive background in supporting and advising the victims of flooding during recovery, and having been flooded herself, is passionate about raising the awareness of flood risk and property flood resilience to owners. Please, may I invite you to join us? Please give Mary a big